The Conor McGregor situation, did you see that?
Wild.
Do you know what we're talking about here, Chrissy?
Well, I know he knocked out the mascot, and then I know he got sexual assault allegations in Miami, right?
Yeah, big girl. And
big girl.
And this is how funny the internet is. The internet heard the news and they saw him knocking out the mascot the day before, and they were like, "Yo, maybe he was so yayed up he probably did this." And then the video of the girl came out. And then the whole internet was like, "Nah, she lying, bro. There's no way he's forcing himself on that. There's no fucking way." I mean, she was a big girl. Oh yeah, solid.
Maybe he thought the mascot was the girl.
Yeah.
He felt heat, bro. That's what it was.
So what do you think is going on with Conor? Because there's video of him going into the bathroom. Shorty is changing her story a lot. He and his team is saying the exact same thing the whole time. They're like, "Nah, this is bullshit. She's just trying to."
Listen, I don't know anything about what happened here. I mean, I've seen the videos, but again, who knows? But this is why in gladiator times, the gladiators weren't allowed to be free in society. You were not allowed. No, you stayed. Watch the movie. You stayed in a cage in the matches. You just fucking stayed. You were fed, and then that's it, because you can't, give somebody millions of dollars for being an animal and beating the shit out of people and wear modern day gladiators and then just let them go to a heat game. You can't just then send him to Miami. What do you think he's gonna do? It's like, you pay people to hit people.
Bro, that's fun. Even with Zion, it's like, the amount of testosterone to make a human being like Zion, do you think he's not gonna fuck every single girl that's in his path?
Especially, I think it's worse with sheltered. Like, remember Dwight Howard?
Yeah.
Super sheltered when he came in the league.
He's
super
like, let's
Christian.
change the logo to Jesus.
Yeah. I think those guys, and Zion is like a really adorable, sweet kid.
Yeah, he's a good kid.
And then all of a sudden, he's a millionaire with tons of testosterone and then access to all this pussy he didn't even fucking probably know existed back then.
That's the thing. It's like
super crazy.
Society, we reward the athletes in a big way with money and fame and all those things, and kind of glorify what they do, like football players hitting people as hard as you can, and then get mad at them when they go into society without, you pluck them from school early, you incentivize them to leave school and not get educated. And be around like-minded people who also aren't.
And then
educated.
we go, why aren't you acting more educated?
Hey, Allen Iverson, why did you blow through $150 million in 10 years? It's like, well, I was going to Georgetown, and then you made me leave the last 2 years, and they were going to teach me finance. The best finance school in the country, arguably. You took me out of it and put me with the 76ers. What do you think I was going to do? I'm going to blow my money because you made it. You made it appealing to me. So I think that's something with Conor McGregor. Now, again, there's other UFC fighters that don't do that stuff, so I understand that argument. But when I see things like this, I'm like, dude, what do you think's going to happen, man? Don't, then go back to the gladiators. They got kept in cages. That's what you're not allowed to be around.
Let's say it's all bullshit and the girl just, trumped it up to, basically try to get a leg.
Watch your mouth. That's my president.
But what should happen when there's a false accusation like that?
Right.
There has to be some kind of punishment, right?
But I feel
I think so.
The UFC should be like the NBA, and each fighter have their handler to make sure shit like this doesn't happen.
Big guy. But nobody's handling Conor. That's the thing. Conor's going to do whatever Conor does. And you also have to understand where he's coming from, because every decision that he's made in his life is the most insane decision ever. Hey, I'm this guy from Ireland and I'm on fucking welfare, but you know what? I'm going to be the greatest fighter of my generation, completely revolutionize the sport, and make hundreds of millions of dollars. And everybody looked at him his entire life and was like, you're out of your fucking mind.
Yeah.
And then it worked.
Right.
So there's nobody that he's going to listen to.
When he's champion, he's like, you know what? I'm going to make a whiskey. Not even going to be good. I'm going to make hundreds of millions of dollars off of a whiskey. And everybody's like, what? It's not even good.
Yeah.
Hundreds of millions of dollars off of whiskey.
So it's like, I'm almost like, don't listen to anybody. Why should you ever take anybody's advice?
Well, it is, too. It's one of those things, too. It is a very Trumpy in a way where McGregor, he does so many wild things that you're like, which one do I pick? Like, he knocked out the mascot. That's all anyone was talking about. And that would have been a thing. And then he's like, you know what? Let's bring on the sexual assault allegations. And I guarantee you in the next week from now, something else will happen. You'll forget about the first two. So I don't know if that's a tactic or what, but I think that, I don't know, because now the only thing that I saw was that she was seen hours later with him, right? So then that, it's tough. But then you also got to put yourself in the woman's shoes. It's like, why do you want to get your name dragged through the mud if something didn't happen? It's tough.
Bro, that's the thing where I don't even know if there's mud anymore for women.
Right.
Like, I don't even know if I don't know what they can't come back from. Like, they can do porn.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
And it's okay. Like, what is mud for women now?
Trying to ruin a guy's life is different. If it finds out you were lying about this, that's tough to recover from. I mean, I guess you just stick to your
agree.
story.
As a liar, for sure. But if you're not exposed as a liar, if you're exposed as a victim, it's like, yeah. I mean, that's just, I don't know. I don't know, like,
there
where.
needs to be repercussions both ways.
Oh, dude,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
Like, I think you have to get the punishment that he would have gotten if it was true.
Okay, yeah.
Otherwise, if you just slap him on the wrist, you go, bad girl, you can't do that. Why wouldn't every single girl that hooks up with a famous, successful, rich guy claim this?
I think too, but the other side, the point, then it's like, well, what happens then? Now women won't come forward, right?
The guy just has a good lawyer.
They'll
or whatever,
say,
whatever.
then they'll say that'll help. That'll make less women come forward with actual allegations because they'll be fear of, well, if I'm wrong, I'm going to get in trouble. But I was right. But I guess that's what the law is.
But I
don't know.
I think this girl makes more girls not come forward.
Yeah, that's
Like,
true.
I think this girl makes less girls come forward, right? Because she's clearly lying, and then other girls are going, they're going to think I'm a liar.
Right.
Right?
Right, yeah.
It's like, if the more people that fake it, the more it takes away from the girls that it actually happened. If no women are out there faking it and a woman does come forward, and every other circumstance we've heard the women come forward, it was true, we're going to believe it every single fucking time.
Well, that's what, but it goes back, again, this country, this is why I love this country. We have the best justice system in the world. We just have #1. So I think, no matter what the media says, we are numero uno, papi. Justice.
Pontoon teeth. You're a brave dude, bro. You're a brave dude.
Ask Alex about Sweden, right? Where were you in jail for 3 months? Yes,
1 month.
1 month, that wouldn't have happened here, okay? You would have been
Killed.
exactly.
You caught yourself.
How did you forget the cameras are rolling? I thought I was back on stand and I think whatever, if it goes to that,
But how do you prove it? He said, she said. That's the biggest issue.
Well, that's the thing.
That's the other thing. If a girl, let's say you accuse a billionaire, he's got the best lawyers, he's got the best whatever. So is it just he wins, you lost, you go to jail now? Because then you definitely won't come forward.
Yeah. There's also like a gray area where it's like, okay, they're both drinking. She's like, yeah, let's hook up. I'll give you a head. And then he's like, oh, we're going to have sex now. And she's like, I don't really know. But then she feels insecure and intimidated. And then she does it. Like, is that consent or is it not consent? Like, it's all gray.
But this is why I think, too, what you got to, especially, is he single or he just cheats on his wife, right? I guess they have an agreement, him and his wife.
Must be.
That's where it gets more interesting.
Well, but I think that his wife probably, I'm sure, like, because he's not coming out being like, I'm so sorry I cheated. Like, he's just open about, like, I'll be in. So I think he must have some type of agreement with his wife.
Yeah.
But this is where it goes back. My father, advice, he said, he was like, listen, the house always wins. You can beat the house 99 times out of 100, but the one time that the house wins negates the 99 wins, so you just keep your numbers low. That's what he said when it comes to women, when it comes to drinking, eating, and he's preaching, keep your numbers low. That's what he said to me my whole life. Now, I didn't listen at all times, but I have. But
Neither did he, Chris.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, he was fat. But I am listening.
I was talking about the gambling.
Yes, that too. But I have, listened to that now, and that's the truth, because the less, listen, bro, fame is.
It's going to catch up to you.
It's going to catch up to you.
It's going to catch up to you. If you keep living the wild life, it's going to catch up.
It's going to catch up. And, dude,